This is me lead climbing a 6B plus on a textured wall. It is in a local centre called Rock UK or the Summit Centre. Throughout, you can see me flag a few times so I'm more stable when clipping or doing a certain move. Lead climbing is where the B layer is below you. The B layer gives out rope while the climber ascends and stops or takes in when they fall or rest. It is similar to top roping with regards to the fact that you still use a belay. However, in lead climbing, when you fall, you first have to wait for your last clip to be above you so the rope will catch you. Whereas with top rope, the rope is always above you, or the clip is always above you, so the rope is coming from up above down to your harness. It's also similar to top roping with regards to the belay that you'll use. You can use a bug or a gree-gree. Personally, I choose to use a gree-gree as it helps with the break-in for if I am belaying my heavier climbing partner. Throughout this video, you can see me use a variety of skills and techniques that I've acquired over the years. For example, throughout the climb, I was flagging a lot. This keeps my centre of balance closer to the wall so I'm less likely to fall off. Flagging also helps with regards to how much my hands can hold on, as it takes the weight off my hands and puts them onto my feet. And as my legs are a lot stronger than my arms, this helps me greatly in terms of getting up the wall. Also, a couple of times in this route, I used a rock over. This is where you rock your weight over from one foot to the other, changing the centre of gravity again. This does help a lot when climbing. Keeping calm after a loss of footing. This is me in a challenging situation where I lose the place of my foot. It is important that I show emotional control under these circumstances so I don't get stressed on the wall, so I can still complete my climb. Here are some examples of flagging. As you'll see, I am more likely to use flagging on overhangs as it keeps me closer to the wall, resulting in less work that my hands and feet have to do. However, as you've seen, I use it on flat walls too, so I can keep my balance when climbing up the wall. Next, you will see me practicing falling on an overhang before attempting a dyno. I do this so I'm less hesitant and more confident when trying to do a dyno. During this dyno, I am using power in my quadriceps and hamstrings, so I have the best chance of catching the dyno. Here I am route reading. Route reading is where you plan the route before actually attempting it. It is important to route read as it saves energy because you don't need to try the route over and over again, but it also improves the smoothness and accuracy of the climb. There is a big misconception in climbing that it's all to do with your upper body strength. However, this is not the case. In reality, it's much more about your lower body and how accurate your foot placements are. Ultimately, route reading is what makes the difference between a good climber and a bad climber. In this next video, I've shown evidence of route reading. By this I mean that before route reading, which is the climb that I'm currently doing, I'm not able to make it to the top and I'm not very flowing in the way I move. However, as you will see in a couple of seconds, you can see that my climbing is much more flowy and I also get further up the wall. This is an example of showing respect in the environment that I climb in. As you can see, I had just finished my climb when I noticed that someone had clipped the auto belay to the incorrect place. So I clipped it to the correct place to make sure that everything was still safe. In this video, I am using strength. This is evidenced by my feet coming away from the wall on a very steep overhang. However, I am able to regain balance and continue on with my route. This next video is just a small section of what we call 4x4. 4x4 is an endurance training program. It's where you choose 4 of your hardest grades and climb each of them 4 times without rest. Eventually, you can go on to do 8x8 or 2 sets of 4x4, however you see fit. This is just one of the climbs that I included in my 4x4 during the training program of my PFP.